Enter Friar Lawrence, alone with a basket.
The gray-eyed moon smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light, and fleckled darkness like a drunkard reels from fourth day's path and Titan's fiery wheels. Now ere the sun advance his burning eye, the day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry, I must upfill this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. The earth that nature's mother is her tomb. What is her burying grave that is her womb? And from her womb children of diverse kind we sucking on her natural bosom find, many for many virtues excellent, none but for some, and yet all different. O mickle is the powerful grace that lies in herbs, plants, stones, and their true qualities. For naught so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. Nor aught so good, but strained from fair use, revolts from true birth, stumbling on abuse. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice sometime by action dignified.
Enter Romeo.
Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For this being smelt with that part cheers each part, being tasted stays all senses with the heart. Two such opposed kings encamp them still, and man as well as herbs, grace and rude will. And where the worser is predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Good morrow, Father.
Benedicite. What early tongue so hath saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head, so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Care keeps his watch in every old man's eye, and where care lodges, sleep will never lie. But where unabruised youth with unstuffed brain doth couch his limbs, there golden sheep doth reign. Therefore thy earliness doth me assure thou art unproused by some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true, the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin, wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father? No, I have forgotten that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son, but where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere thou ask it me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me that's by me wounded. Both are remedies within thy help, and holy physic lies. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for, lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of the rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined, save what thou must combine by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed, and we made an exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst thou love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline! How much salt water thrown away in waste to season love of that it doth not taste. The sun not yet thy sighs from heaven clears. Thy old groans ring yet in my ancient ears. Lo, here upon thy cheek the stain doth sit, of an old tear that is not washed off yet. If ere thou wast thyself in these woes sign, thou and these woes were all for Rosaline. And art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Women may fall when there is no strength in men.
For thou chidest me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving pupil mine.
And badst me bury love?
Not in a grave, to lay one in, another out to have.
I pray thee, chide me not. Her I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
O she knew well thou love did read by rote that could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me in one respect. I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, They stumble that run fast.
And they exit. End of scene 3.